Welcome everyone to the 56th edition of Master Mike's Wrestling Paradise. I'm your host, Master Mike Ambrose, and been busy lately, so I haven't gotten around to as much. So let's see what we got for today. Well, big news today. Ric Flair's last match is coming on July 31st in Nashville, Tennessee. The name of the event is Ric Flair's last match, promoted by Jim Crockett Promotions, which I grew up watching on TBS when I was like from 7 years old, or like till 9, because they got bought by WCW. That promotion was awesome. I can't say nothing bad about it. I got so many good stuff about that. Someday I'm gonna draw a show just dedicated to the whole company. Jim Crockett Promotions. It was incredible. The match that Flair's gonna be is teaming up with Andrade El Idolo, who's his son-in-law, and they're gonna be taking on, of course, oddly enough, Jeff Jarrett, Double J, and Jay Lethal. Here's oddly two guys from AEW, Andrade and Jay Lethal, and you got Ric Flair who's retiring, and you got Jeff Jarrett, who's the vice president of live events with WWE. I tell you, Jeff Jarrett gets himself into every event. He's always working something. He's always on the run, if you know what I mean. Not saying nothing bad about him. Maybe he's okay. I mean, I used to watch him at times. He was good. He never drew money. He never was a big draw. I'm not gonna say he was just a guy that was on the roster. He got around. He's been involved in a lot of companies. Obviously, he's founded TNA, so that launched a lot of careers. So I can't fault him for that. We got Dixie Carter. He worked with. She didn't know much about the business, but he's been around. Can't knock him for that. The match on the card, two matches in particular. I'm looking for the Wolves against the Motor City Machine Guns. Wolves, obviously, Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards from Boston area, who I'm a big fan of. And, they've been a really good team. Great team, And against Motor City Machine Guns, one of my favorite tag teams of all time. I never seen a bad match with the Machine Guns. Chris Damon and Alex Shelley. Greatest tag team in TNA Impact history, and one of the best teams I've seen in the last 15, 20 years. Well, that's all I understand about that. They also have the Ric Flair roast in the Change Beat the Foot. It's like a whole big event. Starrcast run by another son-in-law of Ric Flair's, Conrad Thompson. So that's the big thing. Raw review. Well, the thing coming out of the last night. Judgment Day Mysterios feud, and it looks like next week they're gonna have the big match at the Madison Square Garden. 20th anniversary of Rey Mysterio debut with WWE. Obviously, he's been around longer, but he's been in WWE for 20 years, so. That, and looks like it's going to be Finn Balor. No, Finn Balor and Damian Priest against Rey and Dominic. Also, we saw last night it was Rey against Damian Priest. Obviously, Priest won, and they asked Dominic to join. We're going to hit your father in the head with the concerto. Right when it is, Dominic says, "Don't hit him, I'll join." And then they said it doesn't work that way, and they attacked Dominic, so. That's how that goes. And it looks like, I don't know if Dominic's started joining the Judgment Day. All roads lead to that. It looks like all arrows are pointing that direction. We shall see. We also had Logan Paul. Logan Paul showed up. Miss TV, and looks like he's going to be wrestling Miz at SummerSlam. I don't know. It's going to happen. He's a big guy, Logan Paul. He was an amateur wrestler, so he's an athlete, and obviously he has this big following on YouTube and stuff like that. We shall see. Oh, Riddle. It was Riddle on the Kevin Owens show, and they were having a good back and forth. There was a thing. Kevin Owens said we could, instead of RKO, we could do Bro KO. Kept Riddle and Owens in the team. And all that did lead to his Seth Rollins attacking Riddle, and because they're going to fight at SummerSlam. Riddle's and Rollins. We've got a lot of good matches going up for SummerSlam. Get the stat card. I'll do my SummerSlam preview when it comes, so. That's the night before. It's on the July 30th in Nashville. So the Ric Flair's last match thing is piggybacking off SummerSlam. I'm just having a little Sprite. I got 7-Up. No, I got my Bruins logo. I'm drinking Sprite, so that's good. NXT tonight, we got 20-woman battle royal for the number one contender to the NXT Women's title, which of course is held by Mandy Rose, and look at to sheet the heel. This talk that Coral J could win, and then you could do Cora J somehow beats Mandy Rose, even though they're both heel versus heel, because Cora's feuding with Roxanne Perez. or have Nikita Lyons, who's the babyface, beat Mandy Rose, because it looked like they were trying to build something for there. I would say Tiffany Stratton, but I don't know right now if she would be fighting Mandy. You'd be intrigued, Diana, because, like I said, they're both heel characters. But if you have one of the baby face, I don't know, you could turn maybe Mandy to Faye or Talk Track. I don't know. Mandy lose the title, so I could see Talk Track getting called up after SummerSlam, I believe. Because the main roster needs a lot of talent for the women's side. It's kind of getting the repetition with the same old match. I mean, we saw Bianca and Carmella last night on Raw for like the third time. It's like Groundhog Day, the third time this month. But they fought the weekend of Money in the Bank. Fought the week after that, and they fought this week. So it's like the same match, three weeks in a row. We're not even done with July. Luckily, we're done with that. It's going to be Bianca and Becky Lynch at SummerSlam for the Raw titles. That's good. And Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey for the Smackdown Women's title. So. And of course, the main event of that is the Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar Last Man Standing match, which, we'll talk about that. See, it's going to be Brock Lesnar on SummerSlam this Friday. No, not SummerSlam. Smackdown this Friday night from Boston. I'll make to a show before then, hopefully Thursday, maybe Friday, so I can get ready to talk about the preview for that. Okay, let's see. I'm not going to much right now. Of course, we're at the All-Star break. Red Sox aren't doing so well. What are you going to do? Issues with the team and moving parts for the trade deadline happening. They're still talking about how much. Get Felger and Nadler in the background, and they're talking about the Red Sox, so that's that. All right, I'm heading out now. Be back in a few days. Obviously, it's warm out here in the Cape. I'm on the Cape here, so it's like in the 80s. We get the heat wave in New England. I hear this heat over in the UK and a lot of other parts of the country. It's always hot. It's hot in Florida as usual. It's in the 90s, but they're usually used to it. Up here, it's kind of get humid, but you don't get used to it all the time because you get to change the seasons, obviously. Of course, anything's better than snow. I don't like shoveling snow, so that's that. All right, take care. Have a good night. Bye-bye.